Well then, let's see what happened this turn. So, I did not end up changing anything in our turn, as I recorded last time I submitted and processed it. But there was a lot of diplomacy that happened between turns. So first of all, I made my demands to the zone, and there was a bit of back and forth, and I gave them basically the option to submit to me and become a vassal state. I would determine uh, the treaty that we will sign, and they would be allowed to continue playing as a player, since I wouldn't necessarily want them to have fun. It's actually their first multiplayer game, so I do feel a little bad about beating down on them. So I was offering them the option to continue playing as well, basically somebody who is at my command. Then there was the option of surrendering. The in-game surrender option just puts you out of the game immediately and gives me all his stuff. And then there was the option of continuing to fight and resist the invasion. And that is the option he has chosen. He's tried to stall for time. I've actually taken a peek at the turn after I processed because I was so curious. So he already sent me this little message here that he's debating this and wants a little more time, and he's giving me just a couple things to appease me, I guess. Please reconsider your unnecessary aggressive action. You're not the right move at this time. Your threats may just serve to have a surrender to another empire or give them all our technology. Yes, that is something I'm entirely anticipating here. But yes, he's stalling for time. I would not be at all surprised if he is trying to ally up with these nations there. Actually, since this is going to be released after the game is over, there is this alliance block, and I can talk about all the diplomacy that's happening here freely in this recording. So there's this diplomacy block between the E, the Gurak, and the Slurper Raiders, which live somewhere in the middle of the map. And the Slurper Raiders are actually backstabbing them. They are giving Twilight information. They're giving Mystic information about their alliance. And it has leaked from Slurper to Mystic to me that the Zone are getting assistance or are lobbying for assistance and are apparently getting them from that federation. So I believe I've pushed the Zone into the enemy camp. They are probably going to associate with that federation quite heavily. And well, that's honestly an outcome I was prepared for, which unfortunately means that they are going to get methane breathers, which they shouldn't have yet. But oh well. Okay, so we had some fights going. There was the freighter that was immediately next to our planet here with the boarding ships that we captured. Got captured by one of our boarding ships. Then in Texrec we ran across a planet. All the drones that I had here ran across this planet that the Zone had colonized and raised it, unfortunately. They didn't have much on it, just like one weapon platform and a couple. Oh, I guess it was a couple of facilities, but still. Even those two weapon platforms that planet with these ugly ass smudgy rings, they're going to be updated in the next version of Balance Mod, I know that much. That planet got raised entirely. Because these drones are just set to maximum range, they will murder kill everything they can. And this planet got conquered. Down here it is. Commandant Texrec. Our small troops stood unopposed, which means the Zone Collective did not have any militia troops. The orbital landing was fine. This is the softening attack. I had one colony ship parked around the planet which is fleeing. Had these three fighters on there which didn't do anything. And he had one Banshee point defense platform on the planet and a couple of facilities. And then there's a satellite. We now have the satellite design, and he does actually have tachyon sensors level 1 here. He can see at site level 6. So if I do end up wanting to do cloaked drops on his homeworld, I'm going to need better cloaks probably after all. I'm not exactly sure what level my cloaks are at, but I'm going to need to beat tachyon level 6. And if he's going to trade technology with the Federation, he'll probably upgrade or be able to upgrade them to tachyon level 2s as well, because I believe they have better tech. I'm not entirely sure. I think the Gulag also have tachyon level 1. And that's why I need level 4 cloaks to beat them or something. These fighters are cute little things. They have a small plasma missile, jacked photon engines, couple armor plates, and small combat sensors. Nothing special, just plasma fighters. And then here's our attack fleet information. The ship is acting as an anchor, and all the drone groups are in the respective positions around it. They're a little faster, so they accelerate and then stop every time. Here the fighters are actually getting 2 shots off, and because our drones are unarmored, they actually get hit right in the ion engines. And some of these drones are lagging behind a little bit. That's entirely fine though. Minimal damage. The more interesting point is that this fleet is set to just disarm the planet, and you can see the missiles hitting. The 1-point defense platform here is completely overwhelmed. It is now dead. The planet still has 7,000 HP, and there's still a lot of missiles flying there. Look at all this extra damage I'm doing to the planet that did not need to be. No, they're killing the platform now, the satellite. So, actually killed an extra, I don't know how many people on this planet and extra facilities. So there was actually a lot of overkill with the 32 drones I have in this group. And then I caught up to the colony ship and killed that too. Okay. Then there was the landing. Nothing much happened here since the planet is helpless already. But it's just a destroyer and its drone escorts, dropping the troops, retreating. And then the combat. There isn't actually any combat because our troops are unopposed. Our lizard archer 2s are just here at the edge of the map. There's nothing in town anymore. Okay. What else happened? We got some inter projects finished. We apparently got some sensor information on the Mintaka system, which I believe just means I get the system map. I don't actually have any sensor information per se. Probably tell Quok to rename that or word that report a little better. And the Kantara Imperium has Astrophysics 1, which is something you start with, Weapon Platforms 1, which is also something you start with, and Massive Planetary Shields 1, which is not something you start with, but a Ruins tech, which he then has tagged. Okay, so he has Massive Planet Shields. That's fine. Planet Shields actually prevent ground combat troops from being dropped, so Planet Shields always need to be taken down first. If Zone had Planet Shields right now, I wouldn't really have much of a countermeasure to that. I mean, I can just, of course, just raise the Planet Shield, but I might raise the entire rest of the planet alongside it, so it's not the best. One thing you can do is just put anti-shield weapons on some ships. Okay. Twilight had a lot of combats somewhere as well last turn. Let's look at that. Some drones chasing each other, some drones chasing fighters, causing them to drop their mines. Was the fighter. Yeah. Nothing important. Okay. Let's go through it. One new colony, two new colonies. Comets, the message. Population of the system, tax rate is growing happier because of recent battle victories. Population is getting happier because of our defensive troops, yes. They're defending you from descent. Then our usual bunch of stuff that got built. Scroll, scroll, scroll. And the planet Canopus 2A has become unpleasant. Well, too bad. Suck it up. And the space yacht on a homeworld finished. How much build rate does it have now? 1352. That's a lot. We can really chew through these colony ships that are barely above 1 turn construction now. Okay, let's look at the situation here. They still have one planet there with a couple more zone population and one facility, two weapon platforms, two bowmen. Just plasma missiles. I guess we can invade this one afterwards. And then head down. Then we have the tax rack system secured. This is our mine layer. You are going to do your thing, lay mines. No, you can just hit launch cargo. There it is, remotely. Wait, what? Launch units remotely? Oh, there it is, mines. I did not see that before. And after you launched your mines, you can load population. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not sure if launching and loading is actually going to take a movement point, so I'm just going to give you an order to move there. And then you can carry the new methane-breathing slaves back into our home systems, where they can work on planets like that one, one of these actually. No one methane breather here, huge even, and so on. We're gonna have, find enough methane planets for them to sit on. We're at it. You can launch your remaining drone. Okay, let's look at the movement log. They had the colony ship that went to the planet. I was wondering where he was gonna send that. This destroyer that sat on the colony there, I was trying to intercept, and then that was trying to head to that planet, and then my fleet just intercepted that. That's what happened. And the colony was just collateral damage. But I don't care much about capturing or raising these. I'm going to capture this one just because I can, I guess. The alternative would be sending my troops down here faster to capture this planet, which... Oh, what's he building here? Mines, effective. Unless I would happen to have some minesweepers here. Oh no, am I prepared or not? Okay. So I guess we don't need to immediately rush these fleets, this fleet down here. What I am going to do, since we just had so much overkill, is I'm going to remove a lot of these drone groups. Just send you there with a couple. Soften that up. And then move here. That's how far you can move in a turn. So until this tile I will send the rest, and then after this turn you can reunite with your troops, with your fleet there. Saves me some supply as well. So this drone group has very little supply. I guess they shot a lot of supply at the planet because these plasma missiles actually take a lot of supply to fire. Since this is also close range and I have Do I have a resupply depot in this place? I do. I think I checked that last turn or 2 turns ago as well. But drones run out of supply relatively quickly, especially if they shoot hungry weapons like plasma missiles. So it's good that I'm going to fight in shared systems, and apparently the system that is right next to our shared system and not a couple systems into enemy space, because then logistics would get a lot harder. Okay, what survived on the planet? 36 million people. Minor rats facilities, spaceport, and space yard. We don't need a spaceport. We have a spaceport on one of our own planets somewhere. Right? Right? We don't. Really? Did I never build one? I have one queued, just not built. Okay, I don't need to build that one anymore then. Space for an extra research facility. Then this is going to be a mining and refining colony. You can start building a defense platform. What level is your space yard? 2. We don't need to really spend time to upgrade that. We could though. Just gonna make everything faster. And then you're going to build rats facilities. Because that's what we need right now, and you have almost perfect rats values. Actually, -1 and put a value improvement plan on there. So that goes up to, I believe 200 is the maximum it can be improved to. 150 is the maximum they can generate to up to, and 200 is, I believe, the maximum that improvement plans can go up to. Asteroids can generate with up to 300% resource values. Okay, you have orders. You're going to read 1, 2, 3, 4 turns. You are going to load your troops back up. Going to move there. And then there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Attack this planet. Actually, I gave this one load move orders last time. I loaded troops orders last time after it was done, and they're not loaded, so I'm going to need to stay there for a turn and load them next turn. So just oh, I killed it all. Wait. Load troops, attack. Don't need to move where you're already at. Good. Yeah, the planets here are otherwise busy just building facilities. And we have one boarding ship building here, which I guess we won't need anymore since he's out of ships. We're supposed to board the colony ship or the other ship. No, the other ship we attacked. I guess it was meant for the colony ship. Anyway, more boarding ships is good. Can send that here into the middle. Hey, look at that! A Kantara frigate is scouting my new colonies. So, Diplomacy 2 that happened between turns. I told the Kantara Imperium that I would very much like for them to be neutral and not associate further with the United Blades Federation of the Eee Consortium, and that I was willing to pay him either in resources or in tech for it, and that what was it? And he was like, "That sounds an awful lot like subjugation if you demand that I do not associate with these people." I was like, "No, it's not subjugation. You get to keep your sovereignty and stuff." But no, he apparently was not very taken by my proposal. I'm going to keep badgering him about it for the next couple turns. But what I don't want is to push the Kantara into the camp of our enemies after all, because then I'll just be 2v5 in this galaxy. And that would not be pleasant, even if right now we are definitely the strongest. The others are eventually going to fill out their space too, we just grew faster. So there's this little frigate here, Don't know what it is. It's most likely a scout. Just we do have a couple drones here. I should have launched them. Let us do that now. Going to go through this system, and I'm going to go through this system. Maybe see that we have another colony there. And they're going to die at the latest when they run into the minefield that I'm about to lay here. Okay. Let's see. Let's give some orders to the stuff. We captured this cargo transport. It doesn't have anything in it, right? And it has cargo base level 2, where we got that to trade. ECM level 2, I think we have better. Basic sensors level 3 we have as well. So we're not going to get sensor tech. Vehicle systems 2 we have as well. We have better point defense, but we're going to get contra-terrain engines 3 and shields from this. That's very good. So go there and then analyze. Go there, deconstruct and analyze. Okay, he moved the ship that he had on the warp point to the colony. I wanted to capture that. I'm also going to want to capture the remote mining ship here. He could try. Oh yeah, the cargo transport is 7 moves now because of my racial trait, not 6. But he could try to use the ship, since it moves faster at 8 speed, to attack and destroy his own cargo ship before I can deconstruct it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send my combat drone group here. I'm gonna rename them Nero, even if there's a couple of pyres in there, just to signify that they're combat drones. I'm going to move them there to protect that ship. And then the ship can move off, even if he tries to move his defense ship, I guess, his destroyer there. One of these is going to attack that one. He might try and retreat that as well. Yeah. If he runs the ship back onto his planet, I'm just going to have to live with it, I guess. Then return to a base to be repaired. And this ship, I'm going to just set attack on this destroyer. This destroyer isn't going to be set to run away. He's just going to have optimal range or something as a strategy, and he isn't going to have it in a fleet to override that strategy, most likely. So it's going to start right next to the planet here, but it's going to meet my boarding ship somewhere halfway, outside of the weapons range of the planet itself. And then I can capture it, and well, that's it. End of story. Afterwards, you're going to return here as well. So, right, he still has 10 weapon platforms, and he started building mines. Too bad I have the minesweepers, right? Okay. How many mines can I actually sweep? Each of these does 10, does 6. I have 10 components, that's 60 mines per. I have 2 minesweepers, I can sweep 120 mines at once. So if he builds, what's that? That's 18, 19 plus, yeah, that's 27 mines. If he can build 27 mines a turn, he can build mines for 5 turns before I'm not able to sweep them all at once anymore. And it's not going to take 5 turns for the capture group to come down here. I'm going to need to, after I've spent a turn or two to send a few extra attack moves, after I spend a few turns going to that place, I'm going to go and send this through the warp point, because I really need to scout this. And afterwards you can also go through. I'm gonna send this to fart around here a little bit, burn a bit of supplies, I guess. And then go through as well, because you are the scout drone with the scanners. And these are just combat drones. Where's Paris New? Yeah, there's not a Luminaire in there. It's called Luminator, I'm just calling the groups Luminaires, because I wasn't sure what the name of the drone was once. Okay. The minesweepers can just stay where they are for the moment. The combat ship can as well. The scout ship can as well. Actually, there's still sentry because they don't count as hostile ships since we still have a treaty. I would guess he's going to cancel that soon. I'm only going to cancel that after I take down his homeworld and he's going to be in dire straits for resources. Okay, Hawk. Leave the Hawk there. I do want to protect the war point if possible, but I would like to keep the Hawk in reserve for in case the Hawk that leads this drone group, in case this one dies, and I need something else for the drones to anchor on. I want to keep that as a backup. And the actual combat value of a single destroyer is not very big. It's virtually the same as one of my drones. Okay, what else do we have? We have this group that's protecting the war point here. We can be pretty certain that there's nothing here, right? Let's go check the move log. There it is. Yeah, there's nothing up there. There's the capture happening. He's sending this ship to the planet. And stays there. The scout drone we have is coming down. So we can be sure that there's nothing there. We don't need to protect this war point. And besides, we still have the 5 fighters here, not that they would do all that much. Okay, you go down there. Actually, you can't reach there, so let's just send you there. And that should be it for combat and war orders for the stuff down here. Okay, you have finally exhausted your emergency build rate. So you're gonna finish up a weapons platform. After that, we've queued some drones. We've built a satellite that finished after with the emergency orders, so launch that. Get that scanner up into space. Then we can move our scout ship and scout drones away without needing to worry about keeping sensors on this point. I'm going to want to place these satellites other places as well. I put some of these defense control nets into places that can cover warp points in a couple systems, but as you can see, I can't actually scan this frigate. So I'm gonna need to put some here. Let's go through that real quick. We wanna do this game right. We wanna take all the necessary time. I guess you can do it after the yard is done. It's not that important. You should probably actually start with a weapons platform. We don't necessarily need the control net now, because we're gonna build that to keep tabs on the warp point next to you. Okay. Then build your space yard. I want space yards on most of these faraway central planets. After that, you can build an Atmo plant, a value improvement plant, and we need a climate control facility. It removes pollution. It doesn't improve the conditions, it removes pollution. I guess you can just build a single mine. There's no non-breathers in this game, so we're definitely going to need the Atmo plant. turn 43, so this one should be a decent way into its own conversion now. I wonder if we're gonna get oxygen breathers before this finishes. Probably not. Who breathes oxygen? The Gurak. That might be that Mystic captures a planet from them. And the Slurpanor actually breathe oxygen as well. Okay. We might be able to get some oxygen breathers from the Slurpanor since they are apparently betraying their allies. But when they're going to do that openly remains to be seen. I believe the wording was whenever Mystic has his borders touched the borders of the Slurpanor, he's going to flip to our side fully. Not sure exactly what his beef is with the alliance that he's in, but for now he does seem to be very willing to give us intel, which is fine. Okay. Doesn't look like there's anything particularly new on this front. Not seeing anything in this system. We should probably build a satellite here as well. In a couple of turns time, that keeps an eye on these colonies. Our own tag is doing cloaking. And we're going to see if our cloaking device is actually going to be able to defend against the tachyon sensors we saw. Yes, blocks up to site level 6. So I can block the tachyon sensor ones that see at site level 6. Perfect, so I don't actually need better cloaking devices right now. Okay then, let's see what else needs doing this turn. I believe we have not taken care of our new colonies yet. Tentabrai this and Tentabrai that. And Arcturus something. So 2 plans in here. Oh, we already took care of that one, but this one not. You're clearly going to be a rats colony. You are going to start building a weapon platform, building a space yard. Then you build an Atmo plant, a value improvement plant, and then a soul rats facility. Okay. We already have a spaceport queued in the system. We do good. Just wondering, idly. This one did not take a colony type. Did I forget to set it or did it not register? Looks like we're going to make this a mining colony. Resource consumption is fine. And queuing up stuff on a new planet is going to change that. Okay, Arcturus, you have absolutely, and I mean absolutely garbage resource value. So you can decide if you want to be a researcher on Inter planet. This one has better ones, and so does this one. No one doesn't. But that means you can be something that has a weapon platform. I'm going to not build a space yard on here and just go straight for the Atmo plant. I'm gonna skip on the value improvement plant because even if you spend forever improving the value, it's still gonna suck. And then just build some research centers. Oh, actually, what we need is the system facilities, spaceport, resupply depot, and then research centers. Good. Now you have something to do. Did we decide what to do with the conquered planet? Yes, we did. Oh yes, he sent us this offer. I am of course going to accept this gift, but I'm going to need to word this in some fashion. Mhm. I've never acted in an overtly hostile manner, and he also said to me that he was figuring that the tech trade that we agreed upon was a little bit beneficial to me. And yes, it did give me a little bit more research points in the cost of the tax, but cargo and what was it, storage aren't exactly very important technologies. Whereas the ship size actually matters. So I think that was a relatively balanced trade. Certainly not reflective of our power imbalance. So I could make an argument that he's shown weakness and that the nasty Romulans are going to exploit that. But I also want to show him that despite me having started combat operations against him, it's not too late to reconsider. Mhm. Our forces have begun demonstrating our strength. I feel like I shouldn't put our tries in there, put like Romulan forces have begun demonstrating our strength. We have begun demonstrating our strength. Something like that. Well, I have to retype the entire thing anyway, and I'm not going to do that. So, well, we are just capturing and bombarding border worlds. Offer your servitude sounds so diminishing. You surrender. Mm-hmm. Just kindly but firmly demand his surrender yet again. Good. Then I don't think there was anything else that we needed to worry about from our event log. Research, yeah, we're gonna finish that level of cloaking, of course. But it appears that we don't actually need any higher level cloaking. What's this? Eugenius already had level 2 cloaks. So this can be the design we use to invade his homeworld. We're going to want to build that soon. And somewhere nearby. There isn't that many places nearby, so I think this one is gonna be a one. I can refit my existing troop transport into one of these. And probably refit one of my other ships as well. I cannot rebuild. I cannot exactly build new ships very quickly here. I mean, 5 turns even in slow build is not that bad. It's gonna be 7 after the platform here is done. Yeah, so we got some partial progress done on it. Fine. 7 turns from now you're gonna build a cloaked destroyer here. Actually, what you need is to have troops down here. You build the destroyers, the troop ships somewhere up there, and the troops down here. Legions were new troops. Version. Entire 2 of these per turn, 100 mineral cost. So we just got a queue. Like 22. No, that's already too much. Oh, that's gonna take longer. Let's just order an even amount. There you go. You're halfway through that, but you're upgrading your space yard. When you're not upgrading a space yard, you're building one in the first place. But that's gonna take a while. Maybe I shouldn't have done that and started building troops. I didn't want to build any troops or anything that offensive down here immediately to not give away that I was trying to attack him. But I guess I could have started that last turn just fine. 2 turns ago. Okay. Do we want to redirect or research somewhere else? I think in order to counter level 2 tachyons, I need level 4 cloaks. I think level 3 cloaks aren't actually going to do anything. So yeah, attack that. What else would I be attacking anyway? Okay, where are we going to get the troop ships from then? Go ahead, build one. So the boarding ship is done. Then we're going to want troops. I believe each of these was able to carry, what, 36? 36 troops. 36 of the medium troops. Yeah, they're probably not all going to get finished. I probably shouldn't rely on that. I just skip building a weapon platform here? No. I think I want to build a weapon platform here, but then I want to build some troops. With half a load of troops? Oh, it's gonna take 5 turns plus the weapon platforms? That's long. And here? That's also long. I'm gonna be ready to invade his homeworld that quickly. I mean, I can still invade his other planets around the homeworld. Invade arrays. Actually, it's 3 very big hydrogen planets in his home system. That would be great for me. There's one more drone there, okay. So, do we just go and refit my combat ship? Can I even? Will it let me? Refit Hawk to Eugenius. It sure can. I don't get any alerts. I think you get these when you order it, not when you actually try to execute it. Building it down there wouldn't give me much of an advantage. Okay, build them up here. It's gonna push the colonizers here back even farther. Build 1 Eugenius. You don't have Anything that you could build one? How are you building a value improvement plant there? You can certainly build one. That's a second. That's a third. Okay, 3 cloaked troop ships from down there. Then we don't need to build one here and can spend the time building troops instead. That is 2 filled transports. Cute. 18 here, 18 there, and 36 here. I still need 36 more. So let's build them up here. You have a yard as well, right? Yeah, you do. Ships are enabled. 36 legions. Up, down. Then all the troops we built down here are just replacements, I guess. I always have the troops in my initial transport, I suppose. And they're all going to start after something that finishes, well, not next turn, this one in 2 turns, but oh well. And they're going to be down in 5-6 turns. Can start loading up the completed troop batches, more or less completed. And everything will be fine. Even if this isn't completed fully, there will still be some down here. Good. Yes, that works out. Invasion logistics secured. Okay, anything else? I already ordered the individual drone here to go do its thing. We're going to survey the system, discover any asteroid belts. Drone group is named. You gonna build anything else? I could use the methane breather here. My ally already have a colony ship underway for that planet. Looks like he does, so I'm not gonna tell him to cancel that. Although, what was it last turn? I discovered a colony ship of his that was going into my space here. It might have well been this one. Not sure why it's still there. He said that he was trying to, the ship was trying to take this route here, to not to go to this system, probably aiming for one of these gas giants. Yeah, the colony ship that was in this system. Which means I can order a colonizer for the last gas planet in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you want a gas 6, a gas 6 volume. Of course, we do not have that designed. Establisher, gas, volume 6. There you go. Actually, you don't need to be volume. Damn. I made a grave mistake. It's not grave at all. But I made a mistake in micro optimization. Let's not edit that. Let's leave that design be and just delete all the cargo bays that we are not going to fill with people. Since we're going to put this onto a carbon dioxide planet, which is going to receive migration. Establisher. Gas 6. New volume. Going to be a bit cheaper to build. Gonna save me 500 minerals build rate. 400. There you go. This one builds in 2 turns instead of 3. Of course, the methane is not going to need any cargo either, since we're going to put the troops, the new methane breathing slaves that we captured immediately onto these to undome them. Then the rock and the closed gas plant are not going to need that either. A rock 7 and a gas 3, please. We have a gas 3 on offer. We have a rock 7 without volume on offer. No. There you go. I'm fine with this. Okay, eco situation. Gonna screenshot that. Send it to my ally real quick. Still down a little bit on rats, but it's fine. We're building more than enough rats, and my ally was researching rats 5. I should be getting that in a turn or 2. And he should be getting my cloaks and all the tech I'm going to get from my ship captures as well. Okay, no new ships need orders. All planets build queues are filled. Then I'm going to make a save. And call it.